Being waved on the track. This is a street stock division of cars. We're going to have 3 qualifying events for this division. Up on the point is going to be the 14J, that's Jay Fellows. Then it's the 28 of Jeff Crossan. Got the 06 of Kelly Green, the 63 of Mark Kane, the 100 of Hornquist, and the 68 of Mike Pleva. Those 6 cars getting ready to get underway with 8 laps. This is the first of 3 qualifying events for the street stock division. New battle for 8 laps. This is the first qualifying event for the street stock division here at Freedom Raceway Kendall Refining Night. Jay Fellows in the 14J works him down into turn number 4. Once again, your head starter Jim Stewart looks him over. The green flag is out. Looks like Fellows going to get the jump off the inside, but Crossan's right on his back bumper as they work into turn number 1. Keep your eye on Mark Kane. He's worked that car down on the inside. Looks like he's going to take over the second position as they battle down the back straightaway. Side by side as they work into turn number 3. Jay Fellows continues to lead as they thunder out of 4. Mark Kane in the 63 rides in the second position, and then it's Jeff Crossan. Crossan now taking some heat from the 06 of Kelly Green. Green, a seasoned professional here. He's been here for at least 3 seasons. Crossan's new here this season. Crossan in the 28 will retain that 3rd position, but Mark Kane in the 63s riding in 2nd place and looking to take over the lead from the 14J of Jay Fellows. Fellows works out of turn number 2, but he's got a back bumper full of that 63 car as they work down that back straightaway as they pull away from the rest of the field. Fellows up on the high side. Kane ducks down on the inside. They come out of turn number 4. They're side by side, but Fang having a little trouble. Jay Fellows having trouble down there in that 14J. Lost the handle coming out of turn number 4 there. He gathers it up and retains the lead, but that almost cost him as Mark Kane was right there to take it over. A little more cautious out of turn number 4 this time, but that's going to allow Kane to come down on the inside as the cross flags go out. Mark Kane takes over the lead from Jay Fellows. Mark Kane, your new leader, works out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Fellows off the pace now as he starts to drop back, and here comes Jeff Crossan up to challenge for the 2nd position. Your leader comes out of turn number 4. That's going to be Mark Kane in the 63, but the battle to watch is for 2nd place. Jeff Crossan's brought that 28 car back up to challenge the 14J of Jay Fellows. Fellows sat on the point, and Crossan sat next to him on the outside pole. Now these two battle for the 2nd position as your leader comes out of turn number 4 to take the 2 flag up signal. 2 more times around for Mark Kane in the 63, but Jay Fellows starts to gain a little ground. Looks like he's back under control of that 14J. He moves up on the back bumper of Mark Kane. He leaves Jeff Crossan back quite a ways in that 3rd position as they come out of turn number 4. This is going to be the white flag lap. Mark Kane gets a little breathing room on that 63 car as he works out of 2 down the back straightaway. Jay Fellows about 2 car lengths behind him in that 14J. Down into turn number 4, Mark Kane's got the lead as they come out to the line. The checkered flag's going to fall, and Mark Kane will be your winner. The 14J of Jay Fellows 2nd, Jeff Crossan 3rd, Mike Pleva 4th, and Kelly Green will round out the top 5. Big round of applause for Mark Kane. On the point, it's going to be the K9, that's Lance Carlson. Next to him, it'll be the 91, that's Wayne Mohawk. Then it'll be the 10, that's Doug Pfeiffer. We'll have the 7 car, that's being driven by Fritz Myers. Then we got the H2O being driven by Tom Knowles. And bringing up the rear of the field, it's going to be the 19, that's the Wade Mohawk machine. Once again, 6 cars. This the 2nd qualifying event for the street stock division. We got 1 more qualifying event for this group of cars. Outside of him, then it's Pfeiffer. We understand that Jim Heckenthorn is driving the number 7 car. Then it's Wade Mohawk and the H2O of Tom Knoll. 6 cars, 8 laps, getting ready to get underway. Lance Carlson likes to bring them real slow down through here. He's been on the point a couple times up here, and he always has a real slow start as he works that car up into the high groove there. They step on the gas as they come out of 4. Your head starter drops the green flag. Carlson gets a jump, but Wayne Mohawk in that 91 car is up on the high side. He's right next to him as they work into turn number 2. Wayne Mohawk now got that car under full power as he pulls up next to Lance Carlson on the back straightaway as they head into turn number 3. Keep your eye on Pfeiffer in that 10 car. He rides in the 3rd position. They come out of 4, and Lance Carlson's going to retain the lead. Wayne Mohawk in that number 91 car looking for a little racing room as he tries to move up in front of Carlson. He's tried down on the low side. Looks like this time he's going to try the high side as they get down into turn number 3. Mohawk jumps down low as they come out of 4. Carlson up on the high side. He gets enough traction. He hangs on as we see Doug Pfeiffer in the 10. Doug Pfeiffer in the number 10 car clips the wall coming out of turn number 4, but he regains control of that car, and we remain under green conditions. Challenge for the lead once again is Lance Carlson in that K9. He's your current leader, but he's trying to hold off the 91 of Wayne Mohawk as they come out of 4 onto the main straightaway. Wayne Mohawk now taking a challenge from brother Wade. Wade in the 19 moves that car up. He's riding in the 3rd position, and now he looks to do battle for 2nd. Wayne Mohawk in the 91 rides in 2nd as your leader. Lance Carlson comes by to take the cross flags, but we see the 19 of Wade Mohawk. He's now moved into the 3rd position. Wayne way up high on the outside coming out of turn number 2. He was your 2nd place car, but that's going to cost him a lot of track position as he now moves back to 3rd. That gives brother Wade the chance as he moves into 2nd to put the challenge on Lance Carlson in the K9. Carlson trying to block the track as much as he can in that K9 as they work into turn number 3. He's got the Mohawk boys right behind him, the 19 of Wade and the 91 of Wayne out of turn number 4. The 2 flag up indication goes out 2 more times around for Lance Carlson. Second place still Wade Mohawk in that number 19 car. He comes down on the inside. He's looking to get by Carlson as they come down into turn number 4. Carlson shuts the door as they come down to take the white flag. Carlson's led this from the start. He's trying to hang on as he works out of turn number 4. Big challenge from the Mohawk brothers as they work that 2nd and 3rd position. Down out of turn number 3 into turn number 4. Looks like Lance Carlson's going to hang on to it. The checkered flag's going to go out, and Lance Carlson's going to be the winner of this, the 2nd qualifying event for the street stock division. Wade Mohawk will be your 2nd place car. Wayne Mohawk 3rd. Doug Pfeiffer will be 4th, and Jim Heckenthorn will bring up the 5th position. Down on the inside point, it's going to be the 57S. That's the Stoll machine. Next to him will be the 62. That's Jason Tingyu. 2nd row inside the 5J of John Fay. And next to him, the 44, one of the winningest cars here at Freedom Raceway in this division, the 44 of Rick Warner. We got the 375, that's the Ray Henry machine. Up next to him, we got the 61J. He's new here this season, and we haven't got a name on that car. Bringing up the rear of the field is going to be the 22, that's the Greg Oakes machine. So we got 7 cars ready to do battle for 8 laps as we get ready to get underway. Kendall Refining Night here at Freedom Raceway with the 3rd and final qualifying event for this division of cars. The way down the back straightaway. Mike Stoll on the point in that 57S. The indication's gone out. It's going to be green this time by. Up next to him, the 62 of Jason Tingyu, the 5J of John Fay, Rick Warner in the 44, Ray Henry in the 375, Greg Oakes in the 22, and the 61J. Out of turn number 4, head starter looks them over. They're side by side. The green flag comes out. Side by side at the starter stand when they come by into turn number 1. Tingyu up on the outside. Stoll down on the inside. Once again, side by side as John Fay comes up to make it 3rd. Stoll in that 57S continues to lead as they go down the back straightaway. Jason Tingyu having his problems up there in turn number 2. He gets that car righted back around, but that takes him from the front of the pack to the rear. Big break for Stoll as Tingyu was putting quite a bit of heat on him as they worked the first few laps of this race, but now it's up to Mike Stoll and John Fay in the 5J. Rick Warner in the 44 cars moved his car up into the 3rd position, and Jeff Aniceto in the 61J has moved into 4th. Stoll now starting to feel the heat as he works out of turn number 2. John Fay in that 5J all over his back bumper. He pulls away as they work down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Third place is still the 44 of Rick Warner. He's one of the faster cars in this division. Only be a matter of time before he runs down the leaders. Halfway signal's gone out to the field this time by, and once again John Fay in the 5J has moved right up on the back of Mike Stoll. Stoll continues to lead as they come out of turn number 4. Fay down on the inside, not enough racing room. Mike Stoll will retain the lead as he works into turns 1 and 2. Once again, Fay down on the inside, pulls up by the back wheel, but not enough as Stoll pulls away on the back straightaway. Battle for first as they work out of that 4th turn. This time by, your head starter gives them the 2-up indication. Keep your eye on the 44 of Rick Warner. He rides in the 3rd position, but he's made up a lot of ground as he works on those leaders with 2 laps left in this event. Stoll once again in the 57. He's up on the high side. Fay looks down on the inside. Stoll's going to retain the position. White flag out this time, and Rick Warner's now moved up. It's going to be a 3-way battle for the lead. Mike Stoll in the 57S retains the lead. John Fay right behind him, and then Rick Warner in tow with them. Final turn as they work down into 4. It looks like Stoll's going to hold the lead. Fay looks down on the inside, but not enough. The checkered flag's going to come out, and Mike Stoll's going to be the winner of this, the 3rd qualifying event. John Fay in the 5J will come in 2nd. The 44 of Rick Warner is 3rd, and 4th will be the 375 of Ray Henry, and the 61J of Jeff Aniceto will bring up the 5th position. Event Street Stock Division, a big round of applause for Mike Stoll. In tow, the competitors for this, the feature event, Street Stock Division of cars. On the point, the 63 of Mark Kane. Next to him, the 14J, that's Jay Fellows. It'll be the 28 of Mark Crossan, the 68 of Pleva, the K9 of Lance Carlson, the 19 of Wade Mohawk, the 91 of Wayne Mohawk, the 10 of Pfeiffer, the 57S of Mike Stoll, the 5J of John Fay, the 62 of Jason Tingu, the 22 of Greg Oakes, the 06 of Kelly Green, the 7 of Jim Heckenthorn, the 100 of Hornquist, the H2O of Knoll, the 375 of Ray Henry, the 44 of Rick Warner, and bringing up the rear of the field to be the 61J, that's Jeff Ansett. So that's the competitors as they get ready to get underway with their 25-lap event here at Kendall Refining Night at Freedom Raceway. 19 cars set to go 25 laps. This the feature event Street Stock Division. The rundown as they work into turn number 1. Mark Kane on the point. Outside pole, the 14J of Jay Fellows. Be the 28 of Crossan. The 68 of Mike Pleva. Then it'll be the K9 of Lance Carlson and Wade Mohawk in the 19. Then it'll be Wayne Mohawk in the 91, the 10 of Pfeiffer, the 57S of Stoll, the 5J of John Fay. It'll be the 62 of Jason Tingu, the 22 of Greg Oakes, the 06 of Kelly Green, the 7 of Jim Heckenthorn, the 100 of Hornquist, the H2O of Knoll, the 375 of Ray Henry, the 44 of Rick Warner, and bringing up the rear of the field, the 16J, that's Jeff Ansett. So that's the field as they get ready to get underway. Mark Kane works them slowly down into turn number 3. Your head starters looking them over. They're nose to tail, side by side as they get ready to get underway. 25 laps of adventure with the Street Stock cars. Out of turn number 4, the green flag flies. They're side by side as they come down the main straightaway. Jay Fellows up on the outside with that 14J. We got some problems down there as we see Crossan go around. He was up in the front of the pack. He goes around in that number 28 car. He collects up the 22 of Greg Oakes, and that's going to get this race under caution before it ever gets underway. Cars will be taken back to the way they were when they came out of the lineup chute as we see the 28 of Crossan. He's got a broken lower control arm by the looks as we can see that left front tire laying almost flat down there on the surface as he works down into the infield. Cars will get back into position they were when they were in the lineup chute, with the exception of the Greg Oakes car, the number 22. He was involved in the incident even though it wasn't his fault, and that's going to put him to the rear of the field. So no laps have been completed as we're about to get back underway with this 25-lap event. Street stock division of cars work their way down the main straightaway. Your starter's given the indication it's going to be a restart this time by. No laps have been completed as we had that spin on the opening lap, the green flag lap, so we're going to take them back the way they were in the lineup chute. So this will be a complete restart. We got 25 laps ahead of us for this event. A tough break for the 28 of Jeff Crossan as he bent up something real bad on his car. Safety crews have pulled him down into the pits. Safety lights are off on the back straightaway. All indications to the drivers are it's going to be green this time by. Jay Fellows on the 14J rides on the outside of your pole sitter. That's Mark Kane. It's going to be their responsibility to lead this pack of 19 cars down into turn number 4 to get ready for 25 laps of racing action. Out of turn number 4, the green flag falls. They're side by side on the main straightaway, bumper to bumper, your top 5 rows. Down into turn number 1, Jay Fellows in the 14J gets a lot of traction up on the side, and we see Mark Kane go around. Mark Kane's lost a wheel off that 63 car. Lance Carlson drove right over it with his car. We saw that car bump up in the air as that wheel rolls down into the inside of the track. Safety truck gets whacked with it as it rolls into the infield there as they move out to pick up the Mark Kane machine. Mark Kane having a lot of problems with that as he got it scooted off the back side of the back straightaway there. It looks like he's out of the car and he's going to be okay. But a lot of excitement up on the top of turn number 2 as Mark Kane loses a rear wheel off the 63.
Put the canines in the back.
Work their way under caution down under the starter stand. We have yet to get underway with this event. There is no laps have been completed. We still got 25 to go in this feature event. Quite a bit of trouble getting these cars underway. The last caution brought out by the wheel that came off the Mark Kane car. He was leading at the time, and that wheel came off. Lance Carlson hit it in the K9, and he was lucky enough to survive that crash with no damage, and he is back into the field. Meanwhile, up front, Jay Fellows in the 14J, and next to him it's going to be the 68 of Mark Pleva. The Mohawk brothers running the second row. That's Wade and Wayne Mohawk in the 90 and the 19, and then it's going to be the 57S of Mike Stoll. Street stock division of cars yet to get underway with their feature event. Work slowly into turn number 3. Your head starter looks them over. They're nose to tail, door to door. Out of turn number 3, Jay Fellows looks over. Your head starter waves the green flag. Jay Fellows in the 14J gets a good jump on the rest of the field as he works down into turns 1 and 2. He slides up high. Here comes Pleva in that 68 car. He's right on the back bumper, but keep your eye on the 19. That's the Wade Mohawk machine. Mike Stoll in that 57S now moves his car into the 4th position as we see cars battling for 5th. It's a 3-way battle for 5th as they work down the main straightaway. We see Mohawk pulling up onto the 68 of Pleva. He rides in the 3rd position, but here comes the 5J of John Fay. He's putting a challenge on Stoll for the 4th position as they work into turn number 3. Your leader now down on the line continues to be Jay Fellows in the 14J. Fellows gaining ground on the rest of the field. Pleva works that 2nd position, but the battles for 3rd. We see Wade Mohawk go down another position as John Fay works his way up through the field, and we're going to have another caution period out here. That's going to be for the 06 car, Kelly Green. Kelly Green having his problems down in the bottom of turn number 4 there, and that's going to bring caution over this field of street stock machines. One more time this evening. In the number 7 car, he stopped for a consultation on the back straightaway. He is being put into his proper lineup position now as they were running on lap number 2. So we have completed 2 laps in this feature event. We got 23 left to go as they're trying to get these cars lined back up again. They slowly work out of turn number 2. We're going to try to have them ready for a green flag when they get into turn number 3.
3 rows are fine. Then it should be 7, 3, 7.
Caution comes back over the track as track officials are once again in consultation with the Maple City Tower here to get that Heckenthorn car put into its proper position as it was scored on lap number 2. So these cars will be slowed again. Good news is 2 laps have been completed. 91 car, that's the Wayne Mohawk machine. He ducked off onto pit road during that last caution period. That's given him a chance to get back out and rejoin the rear of the field. So once again, your head starter gives the indication it's going to be green this time by. Jay Fellows in the 14J sits up on the point. Mike Pleva next to him. Then it's going to be Wade Mohawk in the 19 car, the 5J of John Fay, the 57S of Mike Stoll. Be the 5J of John Fay. Then it's going to be the 375 of Ray Henry, the 7 of Heckenthorn, the 44 of Rick Warner, the 22 of Elks, the K9 of Lance Carlson, the 61J of Jeff Anstedt, the 10 of Pfeiffer, the H2O of Knoll, the 100 of Hornquist, and bringing up the rear will be the 91 of Wayne Mohawk. Once again, it's going to be up to the 14J of Jay Fellows. Next to him, Mike Pleva in the 68. They're going to lead these pack of cars down into turn number 3. As you know, on the restarts, we always restart them out of turn number 3, so your head starter's looking them over. Jay Fellows looking out the side window here. Your head starter, once again, holds that green flag in his hand. It waves over the field. Jay Fellows in the 14J gets a jump, but keep your eye on the 5J of John Fay. Fay quickly works that 5J car up through the pack. He's side by side with the 68 of Pleva as they pour the heat onto the 14 of John Fay, of Jay Fellows. Fellows continues to be your leader, but John Fay in the 5J works hard down there in turn number 4. He's going to take over the second position from Pleva, and he's brought Jason Tingu right along with him in the 62. Fay now in your second position, and now the 62 of Jason Tingu moves up into third. Wade Mohawk brings his 19 car in. Looks like Pleva having a little trouble with that 68 car as he's gone from second place all the way back to 5th. And one more time the caution comes out over this field. This time it's going to be for the K9 of Lance Carlson as he comes to a stop down between turns number 1 and 2. So the field goes under caution one more time here in this feature event. Then it's the 57S of Mike Stoll. That's the top 6 cars as they get ready to get back underway. 22 laps remain in this 25-lap feature as they work down into turn number 3. Once again, it's Jay Fellows on the inside, John Fay on the outside. They step on the gas coming out of turn number 4. The green flag falls over the field. They're side by side as they come to the line. Looks like that outside groove's a little faster as we see John Fay in the 5J move out to the lead as he comes out of turn number 2. But here comes Jason Tingu. Tingu really got that car wound up. As he moves it up into the second place, your leader come back down to the line. We had a car spin over in turn number 1. That's Jim Heckenthorn. He's got that back under motion. We're going to remain under green flag conditions. Top 2 drivers now on the back straightaway. It's going to be the 5J of John Fay, and then it's going to be the 62 of Jason Tingu. Jay Fellows rides in the 3rd position, but here comes Mike Stoll in the 57S and the 68 of Mike Pleva as they move out of turn number 4 onto the main straightaway. A lot of action in the back of the pack as we see Rick Warner try to move that 44 car up through the field. He's got a lot of cars to go by down there as he tries to move that 44 up through mid-pack. Meanwhile, out of turn number 4, the leader is still John Fay in the 5J. Jason Tingu all over the back bumper of that car as they work into turns 1 and 2. They start to gain a little bit of advantage over your 3rd and 4th place cars, that being the Jay Fellows 14J and the 57S of Mike Stoll. Leaders out of turn number 4, once again on the main straightaway. We got a couple lap cars up ahead. That's the H2O of Knoll and the 7 of Heckenthorn. Your leaders are going to catch up with them next time by. Fay starting to stretch his lead out a little bit in that 5J as they come into turn number 4 and back onto the main straightaway. About a 4-length car advantage over the 62 of Jason Tingu, and he's got about 6 car lengths over your 3rd place car, that being the 14J of John Fay. of Jay Fellows. Fellows in the 14J having his problems out there as we see the 57S of Stoll. He's working hard down on the inside of Jay Fellows as they work out of turn number 4, and that's going to be for the 3rd position. Lap cars in the way as Mike Stoll has his problems in that 57S with that lap traffic. Too wide as they exit turn number 2 onto the back straightaway. We can see the 44 of Rick Warner's worked his way up into the top 8. Head starter motioning your lap cars to get out of the way as John Fay in the 5J comes up through. He's got Jason Tingu right behind him. They're now on the back straightaway. Fay in the 5J now on the main straightaway. He's got lap traffic ahead of him as he works into turns number 1 and 2. He's got Jason Tingu right behind him in that 62 car. 3rd through 7th back in the field. They're tied up in lap traffic down there. 3rd place continues to be Jay Fellows in the 14J. Then it's going to be Mike Stoll in the 57S. But here comes Rick Warner. Warner hard out of turn number 4. He takes it around. Got the 68 of Pleva up into the wall down there as Rick Warner sits on the inside of the main straightaway. Warner way hard coming out of turn number 4 there. He was racing for position when he came around, and he got a little loose down there and got into the 68 of Pleva. Pleva came up and tagged the wall, but it looks like his car is going to be all right as once again this field of street stock machines is slowed by a caution. Again, under yellow conditions in this feature event for the street stock division of cars. They bring them down the main straightaway. The indications are it's going to be green next time by. 12 laps have been complete. We're just short of the halfway point on this 25-lap feature event. We've certainly had enough incidents out here tonight. Took us 3 times just to get underway with this, down to lap number 2. Had a caution there, then went to lap number 3, another caution. This time we made it to lap number 12 before we had a caution. The field has been shortened up tremendously. We did have 19 cars at the start of this event. We're down to 15 now as they work slowly down the back straightaway. John Fade pulled out to a good lead in that 5J, but Jason Tingu was starting to run them down in the 62. They now start side by side. 3rd position, Jay Fellows in the 14J, and next to him, the 57S of Mike Stoll. Then it's going to be Mohawk in the 19 and Mike Pleva in the 68. Top 6 cars get ready to get back underway as they work out of turn number 3. Once again, the green flag goes over this field of cars side by side on the main straightaway. Fay had the advantage at the starter stand, but he's down on the low side of the track. He slides high. Tingu goes as high as he can to try to get out of the way. He remains in the 2nd position, but that's allowed the 57S of Mike Stoll to move into 3rd. Stoll's moved that 57S into 3rd position as your leader. John Fay in the 5J comes down to take the cross flags. Halfway down as we see Mike Pleva get up into the wall there. He gets that car back underway. We're going to remain under green as he saved it, literally saved it as he popped the wall here on the main straightaway. Out of turn number 4, your leader thunders down. That's John Fay in the 5J. He's got a whole back bumper full of that 62 of Jason Tingu, and then it's Mike Stoll in a 57S. Tingu looking for any kind of racing room down there as we see Lance Carlson having his problems in the K9. Leaders off turn number 4 onto the main straightaway. Field starting to string itself out as we see these guys work up through the pack. Some of your faster cars are started in the back are working up through. But it remains John Fay in the lead into turn number 3. He's still got Jason Tingu riding in the 2nd position, but those top 5 cars running right together there as they start to pull away from the rest of the field. Cars get together down on the main straightaway. This time Pleva goes into the wall one more time. He took a good lick down there in turn number 4. This time he took the right front right into it. The last 2 blows that he's had with the wall have been just glancing blows on that 68 car, but this time he took a hard hit into the turn 4 wall. Story, different lap. Now we got 15 laps down on this 25-lap feature event. Once again, we see these cars getting the indication for a restart from your head starter. We have gone by the halfway point, so it will be a single file restart for these competitors. 15 are in, 10 left to go. Once again, the story is John Fay up on the point in that 5J. Jason Tingu behind him in the 62. Then it's the 57S of Stoll and the 14J of Jay Fellows. We got Wade Mohawk in the 19 car, the 22 of Oaks, the 91 of Wayne Mohawk. Those are the top cars as they work into turn number 3. We can see John Fay's got the rest of the field slowed down as they get ready for the restart. Jim Stewart, your head starter, once again looks them over. 15 laps have been completed as the green flies over the field, this time by John Fay. Leads the rest of the field down the main straightaway. Jason Tengu right behind him in the 62. Tengu and Fay start to pull away from the field, but Mike Stoll in that 57S putting a good run on tonight. He's got Jay Fellows in the 14J right behind him. Street Stock Division of cars start to string out now. Fay, still your leader as he works out of turn number 3. Then it's Tengu, Stoll, Fellows, and the Mohawk brothers, both in the 19 and the 91, Wayne and Wade. They're working together down there. We interviewed them on one of the tapes one night. They said they wouldn't take each other out, that it'd be a clean pass, and they're going to have the chance to prove what they say as they now run nose to tail for that 5th position. Lap car, H2O in the way up here as he gets waved off the track as the leaders come by. John Fay in that 5J continues to lead. He starts to pull away from the 62 of Jason Tengu. He's pulling away from the rest of the field as he now works out of turn number 4. Tengu remains your second place car. Then it's Mike Stoll in the 57S. Rick Warner's moved his car up. He's in the 7th position now. He was at the rear of the field. He's now working on the Mohawk brothers as he works up through. He's now down on Wayne in the 91 car. Once again, your leader comes out of turn number 4. He's looking at some lap traffic ahead of him as the rest of the pack comes thundering by. Top 4 cars run down the back straightaway there. The battle to watch is going to be 5th through 7th as your leader has a lot of trouble down on the main straightaway. Lap car down in the way as John Fay almost lost the handle on that as he had to really back out of the throttle to miss the Ben Hernquist car, the number 100. He's still got a pretty good size lead over your second place car, that being the 62 of Jason Tengu. The battle to watch is back for 5th. It's a 3-way battle as those cars start to work up on the 14J of John Fay, who's running in the 4th position. It looks like we're going to have a 4-way battle for 4th as the laps wind down on this 25-lap event. Rick Warner now making them 3 wide as he splits the difference between the Mohawk boys on the main back straightaway. He comes down into turn number 4. He gets by Wade Mohawk in the 19. Now he's going to start to work on Wayne Mohawk in the 91 car, but we got some lap traffic up there. The Hornquist car blocking things off as they work up through the pack. Warner putting on a good show as he comes flying up through, but the white flag's going to fly for John Fay in the 5J. Second place is still the 62 of Tengu, but the battle's for 3rd. Jay Fellows in the 14J and the 91 of Wayne Mohawk working hard on each other as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, out of turn number 4, John Fay brings the 5J down to take the checkered flag. Jason Tengu finishes 2nd, Mike Stoll's 3rd, Jay Fellows 4th, and Wayne Mohawk rounds out the 5th position for this feature event for the Street Stock Division of cars.
A big round of applause for John Fay. Well, we got a little break in the action. Don't forget, next weekend is going to be a big weekend here at Freedom Raceway. Not only are we going to have our 3 division of cars here Friday night for mid-season championship, but we come right back at you 4 o'clock on Sunday for a special show with the 3 fields of cars that we normally run here, plus the winged modifieds will be down here. We had a little taste of action with them as they came up last weekend in Hot Lap. They were to run Memorial Day Monday. They were rained out. They will have a special show here